Here we are a few days later. I hope you weren't too bored waiting for me to come back. The rim has been painted, stained, finished with some clear varnish and ready to have the Lazy Susan put on. Now to centre the Lazy Susan on this, the best way I've found to do it is mark the centre. I've got this crazy little centre finder that I made a while back. It's great for rectangles. Squares, a lot of other jigs do it, but for rectangles this is the best little thing out. Now, only because it's not critical, I'm going to bloody use this exacting thing. If it was probably critical, I'd probably forget about using it. Now, I hope you won't see the bald patch on my head when we look down through here, through the little viewfinder. Incredible little thing, this. It actually, I don't know how everything works, although I think light gets in under it, but you can see the crosshairs, like a bomber's sight in that. So carefully you pull this thing out. Look, as I said, you don't need it for this exercise, but hell, I thought I might as well demonstrate the bloody thing for somebody that hasn't seen one before. Drop that in the middle, whack it with the hammer, and there you've got your hole right in the middle. Yeah, there's centre punches and all that. Damned if I know why. Maybe my hand isn't too steady, I have too much vino, but I can never get it in the middle. With these I can, but as I said, for this exercise, being a couple of feet out mightn't have, yes it would, but a few millimetre wouldn't matter. Now the next thing to do is determine which side, what goes where. This goes up that way, so I cut out this little unit. Well, whoops, wrong circle. Oh no it wasn't, it's for the inside. Shit, I've got to drill a hole, idiot. Be back after I drill the hole. I tried to drill a hole in my drill press, but the clearance from the shaft wasn't big enough, and I didn't want to dismantle the fence just for this silly exercise. So I thought I'd bring out my old tried and true drill. This is an old drill I've had for, damned if I know how many years. The battery's stuffed in it. Can't get batteries. To pack a battery costs a fortune. Weighs a ton without the battery, because that's just the shell in there. When I say shell, sorry, just an empty box. But the thing I love about it, is it's got this plunge mechanism, so you can actually use it with a built-in drill press. What I've done is I've resurrected it by 3D printing a battery Ryobi battery holder, hot gluing a couple of terminals to it, wiring it up inside there, and lo and behold, you've now got an operational drill. Now normally I wouldn't use this anywhere else. This is strictly a one-shape pony. It's too heavy to go anywhere else, and even though that's attached by that, I only use it to drill vertical holes, so I don't care. Now just what I've just got to make sure is I don't go down too far. There, that'll do. Put that aside. Take the battery out just in case it runs away on me. Now, this is where I use those, hang on, I'll zoom in again. I don't want to get my ugly head in the picture all the time. How do I zoom? That's it. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Here we go. Don't you love this professionalism of this photography? Okay, I get one of these little Duvalakis. They're just my 5mm pins. Actually, I used the big one only because I drilled down too bloody far and I don't want the thing moving around on the thread. There you are. Blow that away. That goes on there. And my Lazy Susan sits on there, and now I can actually work out where the holes are going to be positioned. Make sure I don't interfere with the other holes that I screw the unit with, which I won't. So let's position it on there. Look at that, it's just about fits like a glove. Hang on, I'll now go and get my... Oh, no, I don't have to. I've got it here. Where is it? 6. They're just those, Vixie bits that I have permanently mounted, only because I do a lot of 6mm, 6 gauge screwing. Now that's done, so that's ready for that. What I then have to do now is, using a similar principle, I will, rather than waste your time here, I will screw some or put some screws in there to cut out the hole properly, so when I assemble it it'll be much easier, but you don't need to see me doing that. Put that aside somewhere where it won't get into too much trouble. Now this goes on there. I was going to say, hey, I could use this to centre it. Oops, there you go, you buggered that up already. Use this to centre it. You know, sometimes I wonder how my brain works or doesn't work. I thought to myself, yeah, I could use this to centre it. It's got to go this way, and that's going to fall down. But I thought, oh, I could get a bit of a some packer, like no, not that's too thick. A couple of pieces of MDF. Could put down there. Where's another piece? I know these little bits hanging around, so when I drop it, it won't fall. Oh, come on, you idiot! Won't fall below the level of the rim. I thought, oh, I'm just so bloody clever, I thought, and then I realised, you bloody idiot, the Lazy Susan is already confined within the limits of this thing, so you don't need any bloody templates to position it. It's already centered, you moron. So all I need to do now is screw it down to, well, no, I can't screw it down as yet, because what I have to do is what do I have to do? Mark the holes. No, actually, oh no, either way it's not going to work. So I'll have to do it this way. Mark the holes, so I can then get to it elsewhere. And this is one of the reasons why I haven't, I'll have to now somehow find the centre. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll work something out with that. But that's why I haven't actually flocked the bottom of it. I was going to flock it with some green flock with an L. Well, let's hope it's flocked. It's not fucked by me stuffing it up. Anyway, I want to cut those holes out before I flock it. And I might even, I don't know why I was going to say I'll stain the inside the whole black. Why the hell would I? It's going to be sitting down with stuff on top of it. You'll never see it. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you. Shit, this video is going longer than I expected. So I'll cut the holes out and screw it to that, and then I might actually no, I won't, because I'm going to have trouble, because by that time the unit will be on the base. So I've got to come in from underneath somewhere. I've got to balance it on the edge and somehow bend over my fat gut to get into it and screw up from underneath. So it looks like the next time you'll see me is when all this is assembled and spinning around. Although the Lazy Susan needs, well, doesn't need it, but it's got 4 holes there. You really only need one, because then to advance to the next screw you just twist it around. So I only decided to cut 1 hole, but hell, so much for my backing block. It sort of didn't stop the splitting. Looks absolutely shit house. Must be, I don't know, doesn't matter. But hang on for a sec. One thing I do have is a shitload of routers. I've got one cordless one mounted permanently with a round over. That, as well as that other one that I've got. So this is a portable one. So let's there you have it. Now, blow that off, clean it up a bit. Shit spilt everywhere, but who cares, because that's going to be flocked. So there you are, off to go and get flocked. See you back soon. For the benefit of those that have never flocked, flock is this sort of coloured, powdery, velvety, fluffy type of shit. Comes in various colours that you can put into a simple puffing unit, as you can hopefully see in there. Turn this upside down and you squeeze it like that to get the powder out. That's for quick application, which is what I'm going to do. However, you can actually get a setup where you can attach this to a air compressor, put your goo in there, put that in there, and it actually sprays it out. Look, it's messy, shit, you know, it's quite messy, so I've got to put up sort of like a paint booth type of a thing, and then if you're careful enough, you waste a lot of flock. You can actually scoop it up, but it's better if you don't have impurities in it. So try and waste not to waste too much, because it's better not to try and recover what you overspray. What I'll probably do is in here, I'll paint it with some green. Look, you can use adhesive. In fact, I think primarily that's what they use. However, paint is just as good, and I prefer paint because I get the same colour as the flock or close to it. So if I have any imperfections, it covers it up. Now, flock is more a cosmetic thing. However, in this case, I'm just trying to provide a little softer cushion between 2 wooden surfaces. I could use glue-on felt or other things. However, I've got the flock. I might as well use I might as well use it. All right. So I won't do it when I'll turn the camera off while I'm painting this on. However, because I'm going to try and be careful around the edges, so I'm going to do it slowly. But when I start flocking, that only takes a few seconds, so I'll turn the camera on then. And then, well, I'll tell you afterwards. Okay, camera off. Okay, the paint's on. I'm about to start the flocking. just comes out in this fluffy form. As you can see, as I said, you do tend to overspray. The problem with the flock is that if you miss a spot, you're buggered. You can't really come back and reapply it. You can't paint over flock. And that's it. So what you do now is, as you can see, there's a lot of waste there. It's not to be touched for at least, well, they recommend 24 hours. And the bloody thing gets everywhere. Hang on, I'll just move this out of the way. No, well, yeah, I'll move it out of the way because I don't want to do any damage moving it, because I've got to clean all this shit up. Clean up the paintbrush, seal the paint, put the shit away, and continue this bloody video in 24 hours. Christ, for a simple job, this is taking hours. Here we are a day later. Shit, doesn't time fly fast? Flocked, what I do is get off the excess, as you might see in the tray. A lot has come off. Now I'll probably put the blowgun on this outside just to get rid of it. Look, a few spots. I must have picked up a few chips because there's some spots in there which I can't sand off, but I'll pick off. It'll leave a dirty dent, but it doesn't matter. As I say, the whole idea of this is not for looks, not this one anyway, but just more so to soften the edge up. As I say, you won't see it. Well, shit, you might. I've actually gone over a few spots. Oops, sorry, I'm again probably way out of the viewfinder, but again you won't see most of this anyway. In fact, yeah, anyway, that's it. That's the flocking. Now I'll put that aside, and usually what I do, as you can see, this now we'll just go straight back into the bag to be reused some other time. No, that's it. No more wasting film. Sorry about the guys that know about flocking, but I'm sure there might be, out of the 10 people that might view this video, there might even be 20 that don't know about flocking. It's alright, my maths were never good. This part is basically just for your Lazy Susan virgins. Now, I've screwed the Lazy Susan to the bottom plate, just 4 screws. Remember I mentioned to you that I drill a hole to access the screws? Well, that hole naturally has to be lined up with those holes. In my rush, I didn't do that the first time. I've pre-drilled the holes. Sorry, that's before I fitted it to the base plate. You put this over it, screw down through there, move that to the next hole after you naturally align it. I'm not going to do that now because I've still got to screw that display to this, and it's just going to be a balancing act to try and get all the screws in. So I'm not even going to try to video it. Well, who knows, I might try it and we'll see what happens. If you see it, it works. If you don't see it, it didn't work. Makes sense. Alright, so here we go. I've screwed one of the lazy screws around, moved it out, so I can then access these two screw holes that's going to mount, whoops, try a different sized bit. Look, this is, I don't even know why I'm recording this, because this shouldn't be of any interest, because this is just my engineering and clumsy get together. However, it's got to be done. That's poking through. That's poking through. Now I'll be able to prop it on there, screw it up, and we'll see what happens. I got two in, and again, let's hope you can see it, the top and bottom. So I'll spin this around to the side. You might just see the screw hole there. Oops. I was quite fortunate, having screwed that on, it will stick up, sorry, will hold up when I lean it, which is quite good. That was my biggest concern. On the other side, oops, there's that screw I lost. I knew I lost something. Everything sticks to this bloody flock. Anyway, flock it. Well, I did. There you have it. Look at that. Fucking beautiful. Go and get the other cover. Put it on top. And there you have it. The front pieces. Now, let's have a look at what we can see. There we go. Oops. The front, the back, and really nothing to see underneath. Now, hang on. I might just lift this up this way so you can see. Well, hopefully, hang on. God, I've got to try and let's not drop this, but see if you can see the Lazy Susan, which you can't, there's not much of it. So yeah, and it works like a charm. Okay guys, I think that's going to be it. Look, I might take a quick picture of it upstairs, but then no, I won't do I'll catch you upstairs. And here it is upstairs in its rightful place, sitting on top of my video game gum cabinet. And spin it around to look back and front. The beauty of it is the Lazy Susan lifts it up so I can drag it over the front of the door and still be able to open it. Hey, there you are. You can have a glimpse of my gun collection. They're the units I use for my light guns. But anyway, this is a story about that. Not my light guns, but yeah, I can now open and close the door and still spin it around and not have to, in fact, you know, I can even grab it further away from the curtain, although I'll put it back again because I don't want it overhanging too much. Knowing me, I'll walk straight through it. But there you have it. I'm happy. Happy as a piggin. Okay, boys and girls, that's it for this time. Keep safe. Catch you later. Maybe. I hope. If you bother to watch something else. All right.